Yes, indeed, and welcome back. This is the Touchline. Bernardo Kumu here, and we are glad to have Mutuma Marimba and Ike Mbogwa, the safety drivers for the 2025 WRC Safari Rally. They're here to talk to us about what is their role exactly in this particular race. Of course, we do see cars with either 0, 00, or 000. These are the guys who will be driving those particular cars, and I met them 3 weeks ago when they were undergoing training at the Edmonds School, defensive school, right? That's in Tuala, Kajiado County. And glad to have you guys. Karibuni sana Mutuma.
Thank you.
Right, and Ike, karibuni.
Asante.
And you know, it's always great to, you know, meet guys there, strangers, yeah,
Yes.
doing their thing. But we usually see those cars, and also hoping that we'll have a very nice conversation about your role exactly and what you were training at that time at the Glen Edmonds Safety Defensive Driving Institute, right? So to call it.
Yes.
But first things first, Mutuma, what is your role really at this particular rally as the safety driver?
Okay, thank you very much, Kumu, for welcoming us here and to talk about the safety side of the safari. My role actually in this event is I'm a spectator safety. I'm a spectator safety officer, and it's to ensure that the spectators are correctly positioned and to be out of the track, and to ensure that when we give a thumbs up, the rally goes live. Yeah.
Ike?
Thank you for this opportunity. It's an honor to be here. So my role is a chief marshal. So I'll be driving the chief marshal car. So basically we ensure all marshals are set in place at the right time, at the right boxes, and they ensure all the spectators are safe. Yes.
Mutuma, for the training that you are undergoing at the Glen Edmonds, right? What was it about really? Because they called it defensive. But what were some of the intricacies that it did involve?
Well, it taught us a lot of things. One is to have the right attitude, and this goes also to the public, that when you drive your car, you have to have the right attitude, because you will affect other people on the road. And that's why we also thank Toyota by Sifao by giving us this opportunity, and also to sensitize the public on road safety. So what we learned is how you get onto the road will affect other people, and how you control the car which also ensures that you're safe. And we also learned that life and death is in millimeters, because how far or how close you brake will determine a lot of things. You've seen guys tailgating trucks when overtaking, but what if that truck stops suddenly? There's no chance, and that also goes down to the attitude that you have on the roads. Yeah.
And also, I mean, Ike, the attitude goes with the spectators as well. Do you have time to read on what they're thinking about?
Yes. That's our major role. So we have to ensure that the spectators are safe. So a marshal is stationed at least 30 meters away from the track. So when the spectators come, he briefs the spectators, tells them these cars are coming at really high speeds.
But do they care? Are they listening?
Well, some do, but
of course it's a motorsport, so the aspect of safety is number one.
Yeah, aspect of safety is number one. So the ones that we have major problems with are the ones who come intoxicated. So the ones who come intoxicated, they are so rowdy, they are so happy, they want
excited,
even to touch the car. So the thing is, just have the right attitude. Don't be too aggressive on them. They do listen. Yes, at the end of the day, they do listen.
Yes, for Mutuma, been to rally before?
Yes.
And even as a co-driver, as a navigator?
Yes, I've been a navigator in my past role in motorsport, but now graduated or changed to the other side now to ensure that I now give a perspective from a driver's view to the spectators, and to plan. Part of us in the safety team, majority of us are former drivers, and now we give you a clearer perspective from a driver's point of view on the risks and how the measures that we take to mitigate any occurrences. Yeah.
But, I mean, this like you're looking at it while you're inside out, right?
Yes.
How does it look like when now you have to take, like you're the guy who's making sure that people are safe, when just a few years ago you were the driver who, you know, was bringing the excitement to people?
You know, first of all, we were spectators first, then became drivers, and now we have the best of both worlds. So I know how a spectator thinks, the excitement, the euphoria of the sport. You know, as Ike has said, when guys are drunk, you know, even judgment is impaired. I remember there's a case, I think in one of the rallies, even guys had taken bets. Advise you that it's not safe to be close to the car.
Ike, for you, this the first one, but you've been at the rally before.
Yes.
In different role.
Yes.
What was the role?
I started as a marshal, incident marshal. So basically I was stationed in a box, ensuring...
With a flag?
Yeah, no, just ensuring the spectators I have, they're safe. Then from there I progressed to post chief marshal. Then after that, that's when I'm now in the safety caravan. So all in all, it's all about safety. Yes.
Yes, and for you, for Ikem, I mean, how do you look forward to this particular role now that, you know, it's the first time, and also I saw you training, I saw you in the, you know, being taken through the paces, and I could see how focused you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, really fun. I learned a lot of things. Number one is once you have the knowledge, you practice the skill, and then after that, you have the right attitude. So once you practice those three key aspects, you're going to be a good driver and a safe driver. Yes.
And for now, you see, having done all that, what's the limit for you, for rally now?
For the speed limit?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good question. So we go according to the stages. If the stages are tough, we go a bit slower but fast. We try to get ahead to the other stage. So because in a day we might have 3 stages, which will be run twice. So you wouldn't want, as the first driver, I wouldn't want my other driver to come and pass me. Yes. So. Yes. It's about beating time. Yes.
Tuma, would you add on what Ike has
what
said?
I'll
Yes.
add on, because the safety caravan is timed. We have a scheduled time. So rally is also a timed sport. So he goes fast on the track. I think he's usually about 3 to 2 hours before the first car.
Yes.
And now there's a whole convoy of cars that ensure that everything is set. Yeah, there's a timing team. He's the chief marshal to ensure the marshals are okay. We have the spectator safety, like myself, who ensures that spectators are well positioned in the right places, because we also have designated places where the spectators are. Remember, this is safari. There are some areas we'll have to drive in the wild, and we have to ensure that the spectators are in a secure place where there are no wild animals. So that's part of what we do. Alongside, down the caravan, we have now the other 0 cars and the 00 and the 0 cars, and also the FIA safety delegate and the medical delegate. What they do is to ensure that we have fire trucks ready, ambulances ready, even the spots in case in the unfortunate event there's an incident where a helicopter might be needed. We have a helipad for the helicopter to land for medical evacuation. Yeah.
Do you return to the service park after you check the truck?
Yes, we do. We do. We even have our own times. We are given our time out and our time in. Basically, we also go for service because you're also using the cars. So we'll go, if the rally cars will take a 20-minute service, we'll also go for that 20-minute service. If you have a flexi service, again, even remote refuel. In some cases, we have also to refuel remotely. Yeah.
And now the animals and the dangers that they pose, I mean, this is the only rally where the drivers have to, take on the animals as well as be aware of human beings as well.
Yes. So most of the rally drivers have participated in defensive driving, just like what you saw a few weeks back. So they know how to react once such a situation occurs. So once they see they're in high speeds, they're above 200 kilometers per hour, and then they see a zebra just cross.
Yes.
So they know how to
Brake.
to handle the car, and then get back on track. Yes.
But we saw one knocking, was it a zebra or a giraffe, right?
Yes.
2023?
Yes.
Yes. In such cases, he'd not see it.
Well, at times, as Oit had said in his last year safari, that you basically driving in the zoo. So even the animals will keep you in check. So as what we had learned at Glen Edmonds, that you also have to be alert. Like we are doing the test where we have we simulate a test that a child comes out,
yes,
jumps onto the road, or that loose border. You know, in Nairobi or in Kenya, borders are actually a menace. And something to add about that is that it's unfortunate that our hospitals have the largest road traffic victims in our hospitals. And that's why we're also going out there to tell the public that to be always careful, mind other road users, have the correct attitude. And as we conclude is that a good rally for us is a safe rally with no incidents, and all the cars come back home, no spectators, and we only create very good memories. Yeah.
Do you also get, you also communicate about the other dangers or how the course is, like the deep ruts, the fish and all that? Is that your concern?
Yes, it does. For example, Monday, Tuesday, the teams are going for recce. That recce is, they go to see the route before the actual date of the competition. So again, we're in Kenya, in safari. It might rain overnight. A tree can fall. Remember, there's a stage in Meru that we did recce on the previous day, and then the next day, the safety caravan found a dead elephant on the track, something that was not there. Yeah. So even when the co-drivers are making their notes, they use landmarks. You can't say that where the elephant was on when making your notes. So we always give caution and advise the cars that are coming behind us on what hazards are there, because we even have landslides or at times even cheeky spectators go through the routes, back routes, and set up which are close to the track.
Is there a way when, let's say an incident has happened on the track and you guys have to come in, how quick do you respond?
Well, we respond really fast. So we have marshals on the ground. Those are incident marshals. We also have safety radio marshals. So once an incident occurs, an incident marshal will inform the radio marshal. Then the radio marshal informs the rally control. So then the rally control will give the way forward on how to handle the incident. Yes.
Building on this particular experience, moving forward, how crucial will it be for you in motorsports? Because now your life is embedded in motorsports, Ike.
Well, I believe it's going to be interesting because it's in my blood. I love the adrenaline for motorsports. And
adrenaline is just another word for challenges, right?
Well, yeah. So I would really encourage people, if you're in motorsports, just know motorsports is very dangerous. Don't practice motorsports not in a controlled environment. Practice it in a controlled environment. To other spectators, please know your car doesn't have a roll cage. Rally cars have roll cages. So if an incident occurs, the probability of the driver and the navigator to survive is very high. Rather than my personal car, I drive at 180, and yet the speed limit is 100, and I will crash. And the probability of me surviving is very minimal. Yes.
Looking forward to this particular rally, different like no any other?
Yes,
2025, and why?
Yes, so we have new stages. So it's going to be more interesting, more challenging, more gravel. This is one of the toughest rally ever in the calendar. And the drivers are really looking forward to it because it is very unpredictable, as Mutuma said. So once you do a recce today, tomorrow you find it's a different track. So it's good to be open-minded. The driver's always open-minded, and they always listen to their navigators.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mtuma, Kenyan drivers, all of them, they're saying weather doesn't matter, but they all want it to rain.
Yes, that's the beauty about safari. You start the stage dry, you end when it's raining. And as I said, safari is unpredictable, and safari throws everything at you. Yeah, it's man versus machine, and we're here to enjoy it. Yeah.
Do you think that maybe this is a general point? Do you think that Toyota will relinquish their hold after all, you know, like 4 years of domination of safari since its return on WRC?
There's a famous saying in Kenya: the car in front is always a Toyota. So that's given.
Yo,
Yeah,
so Hyundai, that with the, you know, the old machine that they used in 2021, that's what Takinati Renovil are driving this time. They have no chance. I think they're also trying to do a lot of study, right?
Yeah. Yes. And then last year they introduced a new feature. They used snorkel.
With the snorkels, yeah.
Yes. So it really helps in the gravel, in the fresh. So it's a new technology they're using. It's going to help them navigate.
How far can they go?
Well, it's all about to, as in, I'm sure they'll do their best,
Yes.
given that they have proved, one, they have the reigning world champion, Thierry Neuville,
Yes.
and he's a good driver. Y254 is equally good.
Yes,
and,
yes, sure.
Yeah, and they've come with 3 cars, I think.
Yes.
But Toyota, you know, we're confident, and
Yes.
we're coming as to prove a point that,
They-
well, my prayer is during the safari, and I'm really vouching for Takamoto
Kasuta, yeah.
A
He has a
Japanese-
podium finish here. Yeah.
Yes, he's doing well, but my wish is he's a Japanese driver driving a Japanese car in a country that the Japanese brand is very
Huge,
popular,
yeah,
and
very popular,
I'm
yeah.
sure he has a very big following in Kenya. Yeah.
And in 2021, he did have a podium finish, right?
Yes,
And he's also had a fantastic season so far.
Yeah.
So maybe your statement just means that the domination is here to stay by Toyota, but also they've been around for long, you know, they've dominated safari.
Yeah.
They really know what they're doing, and they put everything in it. But for you, safety comes first.
Safety, and I insist,
Yes.
safety. Again.
Word to people out there who are watching and coming for safari, and your cars that you drive, so that they don't get, you know, surprised when they see most people, you know, they don't know the routines about, or rather the information about the routine. But what's the key thing about the spectators will be coming? When they see you, they should never worry.
We have several spectators points, starting from Nairobi. There'll be, when the flag off, obviously it will attract spectators at the KICC, or
Yes.
this
City
year it starts
Hall
at
Way.
City Hall, and then we have our Kasarani, and then a new spectator area that is Mzabibu. But what I'll inform the general public is that always follow the marshals and the police. We have already set out the routes that the cars are going to be using, and designated spectator areas. And for the die-hard fans, you know, come early so that you get a good spot, and always be safe. Don't drink and drive, and have the right attitude on the road. And then another thing, don't tailgate the rally cars as they're driving, because from Kasarani to Naivasha is what we call the liaison, or the transport stage, where we share the roads with the rally cars.
Yeah.
Don't try and block them or try and tailgate them to test how fast or how good your turbo is. Yeah.
Against Oitanak.
Yeah.
Ike, final word from you.
What you're advocating for this year is safety for all. So ensure you're safe. And I have a question to the general public. Which is the most important safety feature in your car? Once
The roll cage. Oh, they don't have the roll cage.
Yeah, actually,
They don't have the roll. Yeah.
to you also.
Yeah, to you.
Yeah.
Well, what is the most
The
important?
seat belt.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Mutuma.
It's your attitude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I needed to be in that class.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. It is your attitude. So if you are angry, or say you're drunk, but you know, even if you have 10 seat belts in that car, but you're in the wrong attitude,
Yes.
there's nothing. Yeah.
So the safest thing in that car is your attitude. Thank you so much, Mutuma and Ike,
Thank
for
you.
gracing the touchline. Hope we have the discussion again after the race. You know, hope to
Even
see you in
during the
Naivasha.
during the rally.
You're
During
at
and
work,
after.
yeah, enjoying
Yes.
the rally,
At
right?
service,
Yes.
yes.
And after the rally, right?
Yes.
All the best and success in your work, as you know, very crucial. safety first. Mutuma Marimba and Ike Mbogwa have been our guests on the Touchline. Thank you so much for gracing the show once again. I hope to see you again, but don't go too far because the Fun Zone is up next.